What's up guys, Higgsbo here bringing you today another video, and today we're going to be talking about some of the things, some of the news that have been going on for Call of the Wild and the Hunter. Also I want to speak about some of the differences between Classic and Call of the Wild that I've seen a lot of people complain about or even put into perspectives, and I want to pitch in my perspective on both games, since I played the Hunter very early on. I played the Hunter Classic when it had maybe a couple of months after being released. I think I started playing the Hunter Classic in 2009 or something like that. So it's been quite a while. That being said, let's jump right into it. So basically they released the hotfix to fix. Hotfix isn't nothing major. It's just to fix the fuck up that they did when they released this patch right here, which fixed some couple of other bugs that there was beforehand. So this hotfix is just to fix that. I mean, took them a little bit, May 5th to May 8th. Took them about 3 days to fix it. Not too bad. But yeah, this is the next event that they had, which was on May 9th. This was yesterday, and they had like a live stream or whatnot on the Twitch page, and they had some giveaways and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, I missed the actual stream. I was a little bit busy with some real life stuff, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna put this in their YouTube page here in a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna make this video as quickly as I possibly can. I want to address the what's been going on with people comparing these two games and how they're saying that the Hunter Classic is better. Well, no shit. Hunter Classic has probably 10 years on Call of the Wild, so I want to pitch in. I'm a very long time player of the Hunter Classic, so I can give you guys a pretty good insight on how this thing is gonna work, pretty much. So a lot of people are saying that all this stuff needed to be in the game. People fail to realize that these are two different games. The graphics on Call of the Wild are much better than the Hunter Classic, and the Hunter Classic had pretty good graphics. So that being said, you can't just copy and paste code from an existing game onto the other one and expect that to automatically just translate to better graphics, better everything. It's not how that works. It's a new game, has a different engine. It's completely different. They have to put the time into actually transferring these characters over to the actual game, and to put into relativeness the graphics that are gonna go with them. So that being said, when I first started playing this game, there was maybe 3 or 4 animals that you could actually hunt. So there was obviously the black-tailed deer, there was the mule, there was elks, there was moose. I want to say that there was a hog. I can't say for certain. I started playing this game when it was 2009, so it's been a long time. Some of the things I wanted to tell you guys about. People are saying, oh, the Hunter is better, the Hunter is this, the Hunter is that. Let me tell you why. This game has 10 years on the other ones. Let's go to the store page. None of these things existed. None of it. Nothing that you see here existed. None of that existed. Okay? Weapons. 270 was in the game, yes. 7mm Magnum was not in the game. 308 was in the game. 270 bolt action rifle, that's the same thing with a different skin, that was in the game. The 308 was in the game. Semi-automatic rifle, no such thing. There was no such thing in the game. 340 was not in the game. 243 was in the game. 30-06 bolt action rifle, that wasn't in the game. That came a little bit later. 22 Plinkington, that came a little bit later. Let's see. The Buffalo rifle, that wasn't in the game at all. This wasn't in the game. 300 bolt action rifle was in the game. These are all pretty much skins. Okay, it's the same gun with different skins. 7mm Magnum wasn't in the game. So you guys get what I'm trying to say. None of this thing was in the game, and to be completely honest, most of it is just skins. Okay, so they're charging you all this for skins. Handguns. A freaking 1911? Are you serious? No, that was never in the game. Colt action? No. 454 revolver? Yes, that was like the top of the line revolvers you could possibly get. 22 wasn't in the game. 44 Magnum was in there, and 357 as well, which is pretty much the same thing we have in Call of the Wild anyways. Most of these things, like I said, they're skins. They are skins. Shotguns. What the hell? This thing looks like a freaking a SWAT team shotgun. Like, no, that was not in the game. 12 gauge semi-automatic, that was not in the game. This is pretty much the same thing as a 12 gauge shotgun, just with a different skin. 5000 EM. Okay, 5000 EM, which that's a lot. 12 gauge semi-automatic shotgun, yes, that was in the game, but like I said, swamp camo right here, that's a freaking camo. So you guys get what I'm saying. Bows, there was no fucking bows. Okay, there was no bows in the game. The first bow that ever came out is this one, which I have. You're gonna see I own one, which is the Snakebite Compound Bow, which is the only bow that they had in the beginning of the game. Every other bow was added later on. Okay, so there wasn't even any compound bows. Muzzleloaders, there was one muzzleloader, one. You had to pay for ammo. Obviously, there wasn't even a quarter of the ammo that you see here. There's maybe like 4 or 5 different types of ammos. That's it. You have sights. You have a freaking Harry Potter book of sights alone. You have dogs now. Get the hell out of here, man. Lures. The lures were there, obviously. Clothing. You had like 4 different shirts to choose for and 2 different pants, and you couldn't even see yourself in them. You couldn't even see yourself in them. Look at this. This is like a Forever 21 store right here. This is crazy. Pants, hats, gloves, footwear, facewear. You have a freaking Phantom of the Opera goggle thing. Like, it's just different freaking ways. This is like fashion, okay? You want to be fashionable? Give us money. That's pretty much what it is. Upgrades, backpack was there, obviously. Reset all missions. There wasn't even any missions back then. The spotting scope wasn't there. Everything else was, but that spotting scope wasn't. Hunter mate. You have a freaking mini game, yes. That was in there. But you had this one. Consumables. What the hell is this? You have face paint now. That wasn't in the game. Scent eliminator, yes, it was there, obviously. And we have that in Call of the Wild as well. So, deployables. None of this shit was in the game. None of it. Not a single one. A shooting tripod rest? Yes, I wish I would have had that. Hunting horn wasn't in the game. Large equipment, none of it was in the game. Tents. That came way later. That came like in 2012. Bait sites. I have a bear barrel, which was in 2012. Licenses. You have to pay per day or per month on licenses for a specific animal. And look at all these animals that they have now, off of like 4 or 5 that you could hunt before. You have black bear, blacktail, moose, wild boar, roe deer, alpine ibex. I don't even know what the hell that is. A red kangaroo, bison, snow. There was no snow reserves at all. Grizzly bears, really? You can shoot grizzlies now? Like, it didn't exist, guys. Okay. And just to prove a point, I'm gonna go to my wallet, purchases. and I'm gonna show you guys. GM. Okay, so EM 2009. That was like my first purchase here. I was playing before that, but this is the first time I ever purchased anything, which is a handgun scope. Okay, 2009. So I purchased quite a bit of stuff. Bank history, bank purchase transactions, 2012, which was the membership, $14.99. Because I paid every 3 months. I'm not gonna pay for a full year. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing for a full year, but pretty much it. 2012. So you guys get more or less the idea, okay? Just stop complaining about Call of the Wild. It's a new game. It might be created by the same people, but it's still a new game, okay? Give it a shot. Give it a chance, okay? These people charged you for moving a step in the game, and nobody seemed to complain. Everybody was happy with it. They released a game that they charge you half of what a AAA game costs, and mind you, this is the only freaking hunting game worth buying in the market, and people are complaining. You paid $30 for the freaking game. You didn't pay $60 like a Call of Duty game. They didn't shove down your throat a $60 season pass to give you some bullshit ass DLCs that you don't even know if you want in the first place. Okay, they're charging you $3.99 for a DLCs that gives you 2 different things. Okay, big whoop. It's $4. You paid $30 for it. You're paying $34 now. You're not even 3/4 of the way to a AAA game yet. Okay, and as the game started, between these 2 games, how they started, Call of the Wild is a lot more advanced. So just give it a chance, guys. Stop complaining about the game. Stop saying that the company's money hungry. These people are working every day and every hour. If you guys go to work, you expect to get paid for every single hour that you're there at that job. These people, the last time they got paid for anything was 3 months ago. And they got paid half of what the game should have cost in the first place. So just give it a chance. Don't bash it. Give it a couple of months, see how they develop. I know they're a bit slow with the bug fixing and all this and that. The team that fixes bugs is not the same team that makes DLCs. They're different teams. It's like having human resources and accounting in your place of labor. Okay, it's 2 different places doing 2 different types of jobs. Just give it a chance and let's see what they do. Anyways, if you like the video, guys, please leave a like. If you have any comments for me, leave them in the comments below. I check them all and I respond to as many as I can. That being said, if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. It helps me out a lot. And as always, this has been Higgsbo, and I'll see you guys next time.